Good morning, it's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful and kind of chilly Friday morning here in Seattle. It is June 14th, and this is the general reading for the collective using the Crow Tarot. So if you're new to my readings, oh my God, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. If you're returning, welcome back. I look forward to seeing your comments and hope all is going well for you this week, and just sending you much, much love. So the purpose of these readings, at least this is what my intention is to create something of value that you can take through your day, or perhaps maybe have it linger with you for the next couple days, where it gives you some new insights, new perspectives. Maybe it helps you see your situation a bit differently. Perhaps you get some takeaways that are actionable, actionable steps that will help benefit your current situation. Regardless, my goal here is to help find positivity, perhaps during a time of friction, or if there's, something you're working on to reinforce the direction that you're moving in. Just kind of let that be that second yes, or a third yes, or hopefully maybe more, So let's get started. And the first card I'm going to pull is the Foundation card. And this is the card that sets us up. This is our foundation for our current situation. So if you trace back your situation, you would perhaps find the energy of the Empress there with you. This may have been a time when you were open-hearted and you were ready to create something, and you felt that desire to bring something new into the world. And you nurtured it, perhaps, as a mother would. It's a very noble and very regal energy. This is like watching over all of all of those who look up to you, perhaps, or maybe if you're a parent, this may be supporting your children, or if you are somebody in the community who is very active in your community, this would be perhaps you just watching over them and making sure that everybody feels nurtured and supported. The next is our current situation. And this is the energy that is with you right now. This is an energy that if you're not feeling this justice energy at this very moment, it is like a weather system, and it may be coming in. It may be this afternoon. It may be a couple days away, depending on where you are. And then finally, we have the energy that the crows bring back from the other side. And this is the advice. If you're feeling any friction at this time, it may help you, find a solution to ease that friction. It may help you see it in a different light. Or it may reinforce something that you're working on and brings that positive message. So interesting. Now, here we have on either side this feminine and masculine energy coming together. And it's almost like how day and night play, it's like they work together in harmony. So you have your masculine, or your feminine side rather, and then you have this masculine energy creating a whole. Excuse me. And I almost like how they're looking at this Justice card, almost like parents, would look at a child. Here, so we have at the beginning here, we'll start with the Empress. And so if you think about it, if you look back, was there some time where you created something, where you brought something new into this world? It may have been a child, it may have been a piece of artwork, it may have been an idea for a business, it may have been the new plan or the new strategy that you contributed to your company, to the success of your company that you work for, or your own company. It may have been anything that you oversaw and that you were responsible for and you nurtured and you helped grow. So whatever this was, it was something of value to you, and it doesn't necessarily mean, financially. It might mean that, it meant a lot to you, much like how a child means a lot to a mother. And all you want to do is just see it succeed, right? And you have this open heart about it. So it's like you're really extending a lot of yourself here. And this may have been a time when you allowed yourself to be vulnerable, right? And let someone in and let them see you for who you are. And in that, it's like you created something of beauty and something that also nourished your soul. This is a time when you felt like you were able to fly and be free, right? Where like the world was open, the world was vast for you. There is a purity of heart here. It's very pure. And at this time with the sun here, it was shining down on you. This was a time when you perhaps were in the spotlight as a result of your whatever it is that you brought into the world. Sometimes if you're, when you have a baby, it's like the world, like all of a sudden, like everybody comes out of the woodwork to come out and see the baby, and the mom, right? So this may have been, a time where you felt the love, like loving, warm energy around you as well as a result of what you created. And so here, whatever this was, it's matured now, and it's time for this energy to kind of move up and onward. And there's a decision that is going to require you to make. And it's going to be one where you may not have all the information. You may have some information. And what you have, though, is like a knowingness. You have a complete knowingness of where you want to go. You know that as long as you follow your heart here and you work with integrity, but you also use your mind, your logical mind. So this is not just, like being like the fool where you just sort of let things unfold. You're also very calculating, and you understand, that there are, there's every action has a reaction, right? And so you understand there are consequences to whatever decision you make. And because of this, you weigh your decision very heavily. It's like, you think about it and you're like, well, if I do this, maybe that will happen. Or if I do that, maybe this would happen. And here's the thing though, whatever decision you make, it's going to be final. So it's going to be one that will transform your life in a way that if you look back at your life and you go, well, there's life before I quit my job and there's life now after I quit my job. What does that look like? Because you really don't know what the future holds. I mean, I have yet to meet anybody who can tell you for certain what tomorrow is going to look like for you, unless you have one of those days where you just stay in bed all day. But even still, you never know. Here, though, this is a time for you to weigh everything up, because you're about to move forward or move into something that, it's like, it's not, you're not going to be able to go back and change your decision. You're not going to be able to go back and change your mind, right? I mean, I say this like about having my daughter, that, once I made that decision, the decision was final. Now, of course, there's always other options, but you will never not experience that moment in time. You'll never not have that decision on your, in your soul, in your consciousness. And so whatever this is for you, just know that the decision you make is going to always be there with you. And it's going to be one where I feel like especially having the Emperor here, it's like, I feel like this energy is going to be best served by clearing your head, seeing your situation from a place of from like a realistic perspective, right? I mean, this is not going to be a time to let flights of fancy woo you or get you, excited. This is going to be a time where you really like crunch the numbers, seek out somebody who perhaps is an authority in that area that you want to move into. Really do your research. This is going to be a time where you really want to take hold of that Emperor energy. And then keep in mind, with this Empress sitting here in this position, her energy, as I've said before, with the major arcana cards, and look, each one of these we have the major arcana. So this is a monumental shift. This isn't, like, oh, what should I have for dinner tonight? This is going to be one like, whatever this decision is, whatever you set into motion, it's going to change your life. And you're supported on either side by two very strong energies. I mean, one is nurturing and kind and loving and supportive and wants nothing but the best for you, right? And you could say almost the same about the Emperor, but it's a little bit more stern. It's like, now, yes, I want all those things for you, but I want you to prove that you're capable of moving in this direction. I want you to show me that you can handle it, right? That you've got the wit and the integrity and the drive and determination, that you're a fighter, right? So you've got these two energies, really almost like helicopter parents over here, like making sure that you move in the right direction, because you are going to have to decide, and there will be no going back. So either, whatever way you decide here, right, that is what it is. And there won't be this opportunity for a redo or a makeover or or a do-over. It's just, this is what it is. So tap into that loving motherly energy that brought you here, that brought you to this party. Okay, she's there to make sure that you have a good time and that you're feeling content in this world and that you're feeling safe and secure. The Empress is she is the ultimate motherly energy, in that she is here to ensure that you are taken care of. Whereas the Emperor comes up and says, you know what, I'm going to offer a little tough love. I love you as well. But what I want to make sure is that in the case that your mother isn't over here helping you, that you can stand on your own 2 feet or fly with your own 2 wings. So this energy of justice that's swirling around you right now, right? If you think about decisions that you have to make, anything, whatever it is, I mean, like, and it may just seem so silly. I mean, it may be like, do you move on to a different job? Or maybe, should we rent a different house? Whatever it is, or buy a house, whatever it is, know that you're supported with loving energy, but this Emperor energy is asking you to perhaps use your head a little bit more, use logic a little bit more. See the world from the eyes of the Emperor, which is questioning. He's always, he's the energy that doesn't just take things on face value. He's very logical. And so if there is a situation here where you need to decide, you may not have all the information, but you do have your intellect. You have your sharp mind, and you have experiences from the past that you can draw upon. So, yeah, I mean, that's That's the vibe I get here, is that you are going to have to make a decision, but know that you are supported. But keep this in your heart, keep this energy in your heart, knowing that you will, regardless of where you move in life, that there's always going to be that energy to comfort you. It's there for you. It never goes away. No matter how crappy the day may be or how difficult a situation may be, or how much you just think, my God, I just don't know how much more I can take. You do have this energy there. It's available to you if you want to tap into it. You know, this mother energy, this love energy of the Empress will always be there with you. It is what makes you a creator. It is what will, you know, help you get out of a pickle if you need to get out of a pickle. You know what I mean? Because you have this within you. We all have it. Every last one of us on this planet has the ability to be nurturing and caring. It's somewhere in there. Sometimes for some people it's buried further deep. Other people, they wear it on their sleeve. But there is this Empress energy. The Emperor is coming up here to say to you, all right, it's great. We know it. You're loving. You've got this loving energy. You're sweet. You know, you add positivity out to the world. But also, use your head. Think. You let your logic win. Okay? If there's a system that needs to, you know, be put in place, figure it out. Let your logical mind kind of, you know, take care of all things that need to be taken care of, that require, you know, a process, you know, or that requires you to understand a situation. Let this Emperor energy come through. Maybe put the Empress, you know, off to the side for just a minute, just so the Emperor has his time. Because again, these two need to work together, I feel. This like balance, this harmony between masculine and feminine. It's a balance of the day. You can't have a perfect day without the daylight, and you can't have a perfect day without the nighttime. And so that's what these two, I feel, bring to your situation. And they create balance. See? The skill. Anyway, bye for now. Much love to you. Peace.